Alright everyone, so here we go. Got a fun match. Couple of matches. We got some stuff going on. We're going to start right off versus Deathknight. He leads off with a Jirachi. So who knows what he wants to do, if he wants to like set up screens or just like scout and U-turn and crap like that. But I'm going to try and get some rocks just to see what I can get. I'll just get flinched. How about that? I'll have the, a flinch with the side of suck it. It just sucks. Look at the math. I'm at 160. I took 157. I don't know what to do. Nothing else exactly wants to go in and get hit and then just get flinched all day. So I figure, you know what? I'm going to try and counter. No idea if it's min or max or what. My chances are like nothing, but it works out perfectly. He deals the exact same amount of damage both times. And now I can sucker punch it from here if I can get him to stay in and fall for it. Yeah! So I get him to sit there and fall for it. Kill off the Jirachi with this Nidoking, and he's just beasting it. I just use Sucker Punch though, right? And in comes a Dugtrio, so I try to switch just to see. I can't, that's fine, I'm stuck. But he knows I'm going to Sucker Punch, and he's going to Sucker Punch, so I'm going to put up my rocks now. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a new king in town. Move out, Burger King. There's Nidoking over here, kicking butt, taking names. I'm assuming he's choice because pretty much every Dugtrio type dude is. Unless, I guess they could be Life Orb, that's fair, if they were Life Orbed. But I figured I'll take the chance to see if he's choiced and just go for another Stealth Rock just to waste his Sucker Punches. He ends up switching, so it does nothing. Like, the turn result is pretty much the same thing. He brings in a Starmie, which at first I was like, ooh, I could go to Dusknoir and block spin, or I could Sucker Punch and deal a lot of damage. And I figured I'll try and get the damage on it now. He ended up predicting me to go to Dusknoir and Surf. So I go to Dusknoir now just to get rid of it. I should have Will-O-Wisped, because that's obviously much smarter. But I thought maybe there's a chance he wants to recover and Shadow Sneak would be able to kill it before it does that. So I figured I'll go for it. If not, whatever. In comes a Bliss. Not much I can do about it. No harm done. At this point, however, I'm afraid if it's going to be Toxic or T-Wave, I know some sort of status is going to come. If it's T-Wave, Breloom does not want to come in. If it's Toxic, that'd be freaking lols. At some point in my life, I would like to freaking have a Poison Heal Breloom without Toxic Orb and stick it a freaking Life Orb and just eat Toxics all day, because it's gonna happen somewhere, right? Or T-Spikes, It ended up being Toxic, but I couldn't make that risky of a play this early with Breloom. There was just no way. So, no big deal. Blissy's just gonna sit in here, waste time, status something. When it's Bliss versus Bliss, it's pretty much just waste time until you feel like you can predict exactly what's going on. And I feel like I had a much better play at that point where I didn't feel unsafe whatsoever. So I switched to a Loom of my own. He brings Dugtrio back in trying to kill Blissey, which probably wouldn't have worked, but, it's a fair shot. It might be his best shot that he would have had. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to put it to sleep simply because if I kill it that turn with Speed Bomb, that's right, because he's fast and all, then something else just comes in and I get no Poison Heal. This way, if I put it to sleep, sub up, and then kill it, I'll get a couple extra turns of Poison Heal to kind of mitigate that a little bit, and just give me a chance to hopefully get Breloom rolling here. If he allows me to sub up and then kill it, and then something else comes in, then Breloom's just wins. You put something else to sleep, you kill it, Poison Heal, sub up, put something else to sleep, etc. You guys know how that works. So Zappy comes in, but I'm like, that's fine, I'll hit it with the Focus Punch anyway, because that's what Breloom does, and it freaking hurts, even if it's resisted. And look at that. See? Life Orb would have killed it. So I'm starting to think maybe just completely screw Toxic Orb anyway. Who cares about his hit points, and just smash face? Because then this guy would be dead. I don't know if it's an offensive set or a defensive set. I really don't. It's been way too long since I've done enough damage to Zapdos to remember exactly how much should be coming at him. He did get hit by Stealth Rocks and then that, so whatever. Anyway, I go over to Dusknoir because he's got Ice Punch and he can take whatever the hell Zapdos wants to do, and I still need to figure out what kind it is. I did not want to take a Heat Wave or an HP Ice right there, that's for sure. So at this point I can Will-O-Wisp it just for some residual damage, or I could Ice Punch it. I chose Will-O-Wisp, no big deal, it missed, whatever. I'll start Ice Punching it now, he roosts up, again, no big deal, whatever. Because of Stealth Rock, I know that anytime he's going to switch out Zapdos, he's going to need it to be at a lot of damage or a lot of HP. Otherwise, it's just going to die on switching. Not because just the 25%, but also whatever the hell comes in on it. And at that point, once he did have the sub up, though, I didn't want to stand there for another Ice Punch to break the sub just in case it was Toxic, as I don't want my Dusknoir getting Toxic. So I go back to Bliss, And then Nintendo decides to just ruin our fun with these stupid faceless little douchebags with their pointy hats and their blue capes, thinking they're all that, trying to nuke our fun. That's what I meant to say. And then they just kill the internet connection. So to make up for it, guys, because that was a good battle in the making, I'm gonna go back to something retro, something cool, something I think everyone's missed. There you go. Scissors, rock, scissors. How'd you do? Did you guys win? If you did, congratulations, 20 points. Let's have another battle. Let's actually finish this one too, eh? Sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. Let's finish a battle. Alright, so here we are versus Nzap, or that's his name on the Zat. Otherwise it's... crap, I forget the numbers. Magnum924? I don't remember, I'll have to ask him. Magnum, that's all I'm gonna know him as. So, here we go. Brought the same guys because they wanted revenge. They wanted something, you know? They got all, they stretched their legs out and they didn't get to run the race. It sucks, bro. So in comes a Zam, and I know it's going to trick me. I actually know this crap for once. I'm going to stay in, put up rocks. That's totally cool. I do not want to go to a wall. I could go to Starmie. That'd be fair. But whatever, so what? So I've got this Troy Spec Stealth Rock over here because that's what the pros do. Fakes them out every time, guaranteed. And I don't know the mechanics 100% on Trick, if I'm allowed to change moves this turn, or if that's only if I got to do my move before getting the item. I don't know. I didn't want to risk tricking Sucker or testing Sucker Punch just to figure it out and lose my dude for it. He can still totally be useful later with Counter and Sucker Punch anyway, so I just went right to Bliss. Like, there's no reason to risk losing a guy when you have Bliss. So at this point, I can just try and T-Wave something, see what the hell wants to come in, and then he does something I definitely did not expect. He re-tricked, which I know, it's a good play, but I guess I've never really given it another thought, and so now I have a Focus Sash Blissey. Like, this sucks. At the same time, I feel like, I have a chance to soft boil up on, some random turn while he switches, have an Infernape come in, and then I can take his Infernape or something, Like, I think it might end up being huge, so we'll have to take a look at it. So, T-Wave goes on both of us because of Synchronize. That's totally fine because I can Natural Cure it away, so that's a win for me, absolutely. Focus Blast goes down, deals like 230 points, something like that, no big deal. I went with S-Toss instead of Soft Boiled that turn because I had so much HP left at the moment. I wasn't about to Soft Boil with 600 hit points, so I'd rather get something on there just to see exactly what he's planning to bring in. So, but now I need to Soft Boil, and on one hand it sucks because it's so obvious I'm going to. I would like to go for a T-Wave, but I feel like my HP is more important than throwing Paralyzes everywhere. And again, I do have Breloom, so I need to put Sleep on something. So, oh well, it didn't work. I got paralyzed anyway, so all my thought was for naught. And at this point, I mean, I've seen a few Dusknoirs that were designed specifically to beat Bliss, but they're so few and far between, and I'm still not really scared of it. Like, what's it gonna do? I mean, I don't know. So I'm just gonna stay in here and try and Soft Boil and see what I can get. Because I'm paralyzed, if he wants to Pain Split first, thinking that it's gonna hurt me a lot, it won't. Because of the paralyzation, I'll go second, and then I'll heal after he averages our HP. He ends up just going for an Earthquake, which is sweet, so now I get to see which coverage move he picked. Although these days everyone's got Quake, except for me. I'm the only one who has Ice Punch because I'm not about to get rid of Ice Punch. I had to breed for that garbage, So I'll have Ice Punch on my Noir for forever. But of course I get paralyzed again, so that's great. Let's just keep not healing and just keep sitting in here, and I'll try and heal again because he can't kill me. And finally get a chance to heal up. Nope. Blissey doesn't want to heal. Not at all. No lefties. It's got Focus Sash. Paralyzed 3 times in a row. That's cool. So I'm predicting at this point Stealth Rock to come on the field. So I want to switch to Breloom now because it'll be a free Poison Heal chance. I knew for sure there was no way he was going to do Ice Beam. If he did go for an attack, it would be Waterfall or Earthquake, which I resist. And this way, if he went for Stealth Rock or Waterfall or Earthquake or Surf or whatever the hell, I knew that I would have the advantageous setup of Breloom beating Swampert all day for fun. So I expect him to think Spore and thus bring Alakazam back in. So I wanted to Seed Bomb, and then I could just kill it, but I was like, wait, Alakazam is paralyzed, so if I substitute, I'll still be able to kill it and then keep my sub, and then I can put something to sleep. And then it worked the way I thought it would. And that doesn't happen very often. It just doesn't. You know, you spend so much time thinking and plotting and planning, and then it all comes to fruition, and you're like, oh, that was kind of awesome. Breloom is freaking sweet. So I had that prediction right, and the whole paralysis thing, like maybe, I don't know, it was just a really good sequence of turns, and I'm really proud of myself. I got this warm, fuzzy feeling inside, and, you know, it's cool. So here's Breloom out here. He's got a sub. He's kicking butt. My opponent has nothing put to sleep right now, so I can freely spore whatever he wants to bring in. So if he brings in something that Breloom can kill, I'll just kill it. And if he brings in something that Breloom can't kill, I put it to sleep and then kill it. This is perfect. This is what Breloom does. So I'm just pretty happy about this. And in comes a PZ. So I think, do I want to put it to sleep or not? I think I would rather honestly put his Dusknoir to sleep, simply because it's going to just take too long to kill, and if it's asleep, I won't have to worry about it. So I'm just going to straight up focus punch this thing and get it out of there. I'll lose my sub, whatever. He'll bring something in, but he'll bring something not Dusknoir in, which means then he will be forced to bring in something that can handle Breloom, and I'm thinking like an Infernape, maybe a Dragon. This is why I have Starmie, Dragonite, and Dusknoir on my team, all to handle him anyway, you know? So I figured this way I'll kind of force him to bring in a very specific poke, and I'll get to see more of his team, see exactly what's in Breloom's way at this point, because I know Swampert's not in his way, so, and he's only got a couple of guys left, so he does in fact bring in a Dragon, and I don't know if Outrage would kill right here or not, but Fire Blast is obvious. So I could go to Starmie for it, but if it's Outrage that he tries, Dusknoir would be better. Dusknoir can hit it with a Will-O-Wisp or Ice Punch, whereas Starmie would just be obvious Ice Beam. And I make what I feel is a safer play. I go to Dusknoir, just to feel like that way I can respond to either of his two options. Even if he wanted to like Dragon Dance, being, you know, with an epic prediction, Dusknoir will just be like, sure, whatever, Ice Punch in your face, bro. But he goes with Fire Punch himself, which tells me he's absolutely a DD set. I guess he could be a banned still, but it didn't hurt enough to be banned. I guess he could be Scarf. I never find out. Whatever, no big deal. So I should have Will-O-Wisp there, because obviously it's good on Swampert, it's good on Dusknoir, it's good on Dragonite, the three guys he has left. But I didn't. No excuses, really. It was the right play, and I didn't do it. I went for an Ice Punch, just in case he tried to stay in, and that was not the winning play, but I don't know. Nothing particularly bad happened to me for it, so I'm able to survive that minor mistake, but Will-O-Wisp was definitely the correct play of the day right there. And so now I'm thinking he probably wants to Will-O-Wisp, and I'm tempted to go to Breloom, but Breloom can't really do much. I mean, put him to sleep and Seed Bomb all day for days. But I decide, you know what? I want to make this guy usable. I want to have him do something. You know, if he takes a Will-O-Wisp, that's fine, because he's just going to counter. If he takes an Earthquake or a Shadow Punch or, you know, whatever, I knew he would be able to survive it. So I'm like, this is cool. And now he knows I'm spec, so he's not afraid of it. This is a perfect time to counter, and it's going to do way more than a Sucker Punch would. So I'm going to go for that, and it perfectly critical hits me. And I was really sad, because I really wanted this guy to do work. He took out a Jirachi just earlier, and it was, at least I know in my heart I made the right play, and everything worked out well. I just got critted on it, and I don't know. It's frustrating, but when you're Xerxes, you just grow to accept it. At least I'm fortunate enough that I've done some good work already this battle. I'm in a good position. I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. I was more just sad for Nidoking. He did some work, and I wanted him to get that medal for it, but meh, can't win them all. So Breloom's going to come back in, because I know at this point Breloom takes care of everything else that he's got. By putting this thing to sleep, I can then sit in here and Seed Bomb, as I said, for days, or, you know, whatever, and that's exactly what I do. So I put him to sleep. Seed Bomb will probably be a 3-hit KO. Probably. It depends if he's got a special. He did have a Did he have a... No, he had a Zapdos. Or was that the other fight? Crap, I don't even know, man. I can't even remember. My memory's bad. Regardless, I don't know if it's physical or special defensive set on his guy, but obviously I'm not afraid of Pert, and I know that with Stealth Rock, Dragonite's not going to be able to survive a Focus Punch. It's just too much damage. So putting up my sub, that way he can't do anything to me. He ends up switching to Dragonite, which not a whole lot he can do. He can attempt to break my sub, which he does. He picks a move that won't miss, so that was a smart play. But unfortunately for him, I'm just going to kill his Dragonite. So get yourself a Dragonite. You can pick him up 6 feet under. Here, have a shovel. And that takes him down. So there's a sleeping Dusknoir that totally should be dead. And there's a Swampert, which is about to become dead. So it looks like Breloom is going to finish things off the way he does. Oh no! I miscounted. I suck, guys. I'm sorry. So this is interesting. Honestly, and I don't think I've ever had this situation pop up where it's Breloom versus Breloom like this. But at least I'm fortunate that I already have my poison on, so he can't put me to sleep, which I'm very blessed for. Otherwise, I guess I would sacrifice Blissey? Hell, I might even go to Noir or Starmie. I don't know. I would have to sacrifice, go somewhere else. But I figure focus punching games, that would be awkward. Substitute, that probably won't accomplish anything. I'm just going to go for Seed Bomb. That way, if he does Focus Punch, I win. If he does Sub, I win. If he does Seed Bomb or Stone Edge or T-Punch, we trade blows. But I have the Poison Heal. So everything, it worked out perfectly. He tried to get a Focus Punch off, and, you know, that's cool. It didn't quite work for him. And even though it's resisted, Breloom's defenses aren't that great, so it would break a Sub regardless. Turns out I'm faster, which is cool, because I'm an Adamant set. And I think most Brelooms these days are Jolly, but I don't even have max speed. I just have some, a very, very specific amount, which no longer matters. But, you know, it did at the time. So, looks like my Breloom is able to win this battle of Brelooms, which he better freaking hope so. If my Breloom lost 1v1 versus any other Breloom, he'd be cut from the team, bro. God, put him on Waterboy duty or something. Alright, so now it's just the Sleeping Noir and the Swampert, which, again, there's not going to be a whole lot of resistance at this point. I still have a full Starmie. I have a Dragonite that hasn't even shown up yet. I have a Dusknoir of my own. And then I believe Blissey is sitting at like 200 hit points or something. Enough to survive an Earthquake from either one of these guys and heal it off, which probably is faster anyway. So, but yeah, there's not a whole lot left to really narrate for because the battle's kind of over. So, good game to Enzap/Magnum. There we go. It is his last. Just wanted to double check. I'm always really bad at counting these things. So I'm just going to finish this guy off with a Seed Bomb, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, for sticking around through the video and a half. I tried to put in a few extra little things this time, and hopefully everything worked out. Hope you guys like the rock, paper, scissors again. I know I said I wouldn't do it again, but it's a new year, so got to do something for it. Take it easy, guys.